Kyle.
Here.
Dennis Miller.
Here.
Angela Woodward.
Here.
Dan Lawson.
Here.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening and welcome to all of our viewers. Thank you for joining us this evening. Members of council, Mayor Miller, Attorney Bush, Director Paxton, welcome all. Welcome everyone. Before we begin through our agenda this evening, I'd like to call for a moment of silence for the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk. So if you would, please bow with me. Thank you all. There isn't much that hasn't been said already about the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk, but we do want to acknowledge that here as he made such an impact on our country and around the world, so thank you. First item of business on the agenda this evening will be the approval of the minutes from the September 2nd meeting. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections to that set of minutes, I'll ask for a motion to approve as submitted.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Minutes will stand approved. First ordinance this evening will be an ordinance accepting the annexation to the city of Ashland of certain territory in Milton Township and declaring an emergency.
Move for non-reading in full. Second.
Thank you.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
This, of course, is the final step to annexing an additional 67.5353 acres of land in Milton Township into the city of Ashland. As you recall at a previous council meeting, this council voted to offer utilities, city utilities to this site if it were annexed into the city. We also worked with the township trustees in Milton Township to come up with an agreement for revenue sharing for this particular 67.5 acres. And now it has been approved by the county commissioners, and this is the final step, our acceptance of this land into the city of Ashland.
Any discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve on the first reading?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
I'll move to suspend the rules for 3 separate readings, 3 separate days.
Second.
Thank you.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Ordinance 80-25.
Next, we have an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract for the purchase of a body camera system with appurtenances for the police division of the city of Ashland, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Move for non-reading in full. Second.
Thank you.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Okay, it's hard to believe, but it is time to upgrade our body camera system for the Ashland City Police Department. It seems like we just did that, but believe it or not, it was 3 years ago, and our current contract will expire here in a month. And at that time, just as a reminder, that was the first time that we actually implemented a full body camera system, also the system that provides cameras with the cruisers as well. And we did so with the help of the Norma Foundation. They provided us a grant of $30,000 to help us get started, and off we went. At that time, we used a system that is referred to as G-Tech, and as with all technology, it changes quickly. And now, this year, we are suggesting and recommending to you that you consider authorizing the purchase of a new system. This would involve new cameras. These are of a higher quality and will provide a clearer picture for review. They also, well, you've seen all the packages. There's all sorts of features. We could go down through unlimited capacity on the iCloud to store the data. Artificial intelligence will help us redact the videos if they are needed for public request or needed for a case or court system for viewing. And this will also provide cameras not only for all of our officers, but also for the cruisers. And it is the system that is most used across the country. G-Tech was fairly unique to us when we went with that system. Axon is actually utilized by the Ohio Highway Patrol and many other law enforcement agencies across the state. I also found out earlier this afternoon that it's probably the most popular used camera system in the country. So it should be a good one. Now the cost, it's a 5-year contract this time. And part of the reason why our city police are willing to go with the 5-year contract is because if you read some of the details, and there was lots of it, we didn't even send you all of it because it was about that thick. But basically, every 2.5 years, they will update all the equipment. So that means as the technology improves over time, 2 years from now, we won't have to go out and get it. It'll be part of our contract. They will give us the latest technology to utilize for our officers. I will say, as Larry and I were looking at the cost and funding this, and this is perfectly reasonable, even though it sounds huge at $485,283, you have to realize that's less than $100,000 a year. And that's providing cameras and equipment for all of our officers and all of our vehicles. And the truth is, in this day and age, this is probably one of the most important pieces of equipment our officers actually have, not only for their own safety and protection, but certainly for our public. So when you consider that it's only $97,000 a year for what, 36 officers, I believe we have at this point? I'd better double check that, huh? Yeah, 36 body cameras and 16 in-car cameras. I don't think it's a bad deal at all. And the part that I think I like the best, and I think that the chief and captain and police officers probably like the best, is that the equipment would be updated periodically throughout the contract so that if we start to fall out of date, we won't have to worry about falling behind.
Well, I think it's wonderful because all equipment within a couple years.
When it's
already-
digital, it
yeah,
seems
it's
to
already
be.
behind, so.
Well, and this is the important part. I forgot the important part. The first time we did this, we had the support, generous support of the Norma Foundation to the tune of $30,000. The Samaritan Hospital Foundation has agreed to pay $60,000 toward this contract. They will spread that out into 3 payments over the next, we got the first one. I believe we got the first one. Did we get the first one yet? Yes. So we'll have 2 more payments of $20,000 over the next 2 years. So all in all, I think it's a good deal for the city of Ashland.
Discussion? No? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve on the first reading?
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
Woodward,
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
I'll move to suspend the rules for 3 separate readings, 3 separate days.
Second.
Thank you.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Motion to approve the ordinance?
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Ordinance 81-25.
One other point would be this. This will be funded from proceeds from our police and fire levy. So this is one of those uses of that money. It not only funds staff, the addition of police officers and additional firefighters, but it also provides for the equipping of those officers and firefighters. And so this will be funded out of those levy proceeds as well. And it just is a good reminder, that's why this is so important. And this levy is actually coming up for renewal and will be on the ballot in November. One of the few things on the ballot, actually, here in Ashland County, but it will be on our ballot. And we're hoping that the voters will step forward and continue to support the police and fire.
Very good. Moving now to resolutions, we have a resolution authorizing the mayor, director of public service of the city of Ashland to file applications and enter into agreements with the Ohio Public Works Commission for the purpose of acquiring funds through the State Capital Improvements Program and the Local Transportation Improvement Program pursuant to Section 164 of the Ohio Revised Code for the completion of capital improvement projects in the city of Ashland, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Move for non-reading in full. Second.
Thank you.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Now, when people see this ordinance, they may be wondering, where is Valentine Valley Drive? That's not a street you hear of very much in our city, but believe it or not, that is what the street is called that leads back to Brookside Golf Course. So when you turn off Sandusky Street, most people probably think they're just turning into the driveway of Brookside Golf Course, and that is true, but that's actually an official street known as Valentine Valley Drive. Now, Valentine Valley Drive actually has a bridge under it. If you recall, when you turn off of Sandusky Street, you go down into the ravine, and there is a creek in that area, and that means there is a bridge there, and it's a fairly big bridge. It actually spans more than 10 feet, and for that reason, it is on the official list of bridges that ODOT inspects every year. Now, over the last several years, we have known that that bridge, that is now more than 50 years old, was going to eventually need repaired. It has started to deteriorate. There's a large culvert underneath it. And in these recent inspections, the ODOT has really told us, you need to take a look at getting this in line to be repaired. In fact, they are now doing inspections on that bridge twice a year. Now, I don't want anyone to think that bridge is unsafe, but it's fine to drive across that bridge. However, you wouldn't want to take a tractor trailer across it, and there's not too many times that a tractor trailer does go across it. But we don't want it to get to the point that it is a safety hazard for everyone. So with that in mind, this particular ordinance is asking for the council's authorization for us to apply for a $500,000 grant through the Ohio Public Works Commission to put toward the repair of this bridge. The estimated cost, we don't have a final estimate, but the estimated cost at this point is probably in the neighborhood of $750,000 to replace that bridge. So certainly not inexpensive. And that's why hopefully we can get this $500,000 grant through the Ohio Public Works to put toward it. If we get the grant, we'll find out in spring. And if we do get the grant in the spring, then chances are we would do the project in the winter of 26 and 27, because once that bridge is out, it won't be easy to get back to Brookside Golf Course. If you had to, you can certainly come through Brookside West, but there's not really a drive. You'd be driving across the lawn, but nonetheless, might be best to do it when it's the off-season for the golf course.
Definitely.
So this is just authorizing us to move forward and apply for the monies.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve this resolution on the first reading?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Again, I'll move to suspend the rules for 3 separate readings, 3 separate days.
Second.
Thank you.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Motion to approve the resolution?
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Resolution 13-25.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing the installation of barbed wire fencing within the city of Ashland, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Move for non-reading in full. Second.
Thank you.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
I know the council is already aware of this, but if you're watching at home, or maybe you're here in the audience, maybe you did not know, but in order to erect a barbed wire fence or barbed wire on a fence, you must have council approval for your project. And it's pretty rare that we receive these requests. I think prior to this one, the last one I can remember would have been around an old industrial site that was cleaned up on Cleveland Avenue. I can't think of the name of the company, but it's across from Boliant's. Can't think of what used to be there.
Wasn't it latex?
General Latex,
General
you're right,
Latex.
absolutely.
Isn't there one on Claremont too, by the?
Oh, did they,
The car place, yeah.
Yeah, the car place.
car place?
Yeah, on Claremont.
Yeah, on Claremont,
I can't
close to
think.
the
And
fairgrounds,
did we,
across
I don't
the
know if we,
street.
did we approve that during our time? Did we? Okay, well, I forgot about that one.
Yep.
Well, this one comes to us from Charles River Laboratories. Charles River actually already has a barbed wire, chain link fence with barbed wire on the top around most of its perimeter. Now they are asking to complete the perimeter, and they would like to erect an 8-foot tall fence that will have barbed wire on top of that 8-foot chain link fence. And I believe I saw somewhere here, how many feet? What is it? 2,130 linear feet of new 8-foot fence. And they provided us with a rough drawing of where that would be, but basically, it's around the backside of the property. So it'll border a wooden area. I think there's some farm fields, and it'll incorporate their barn and their house that they own on George Road. So it shouldn't be unsightly, because most of it'll be hidden and only visible to the folks that work at Charles River Laboratory.
Any discussion?
Do I recall that there was some discussion about whether the barbed wire would be slanted out or straight up and down or something?
Theirs would be slanted out, which is traditionally the way to install it because the whole purpose is to make it more difficult for people to scale the fence. And by turning it out, becomes quite a challenge. Have you tried?
No,
No, right,
But he's gonna,
yes.
challenge accepted.
Any
I will
further-
confess to you, I actually thought that myself. I thought, I wonder how hard it would be to get over that.
You gotta throw your coat over it.
Yeah, okay, we've seen it in the movies, MacGyver.
Probably depends on how really bad you want it in or out.
I haven't said MacGyver for a long time. Remember MacGyver?
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved that show growing up.
All right, with that, is there any further discussion?
hope not.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve this resolution on the first reading?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
I'll move to suspend the rules for 3 separate readings, 3 separate days.
Second.
Thank you.
Kyle.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye. Motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Miller.
Aye.
Woodward.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Workman.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Resolution 14-25.
So just as a warning, anyone watching tonight, if you see 3 shadowy figures out trying to scale the barbed wire fence, that will be Officer Aaron Klein escorting Jason and I out to see if we can get over it. So it's just a test. It's just a test. No harm intended.
Good thing you'll have that body camera.
And it's not Bigfoot. It's not Bigfoot, even though he's been sighted in that area.
Very comical.
All right, we have no public hearing items this evening, no old business or new business unless council has something to bring forward. Hearing none, we'll move right to Finance Director's report.
I really have no report this evening, thank you.
Larry? Thank you. Council comments? Mr. Kyle?
I withhold any comment at this time.
All right. Mr. Miller?
I received an anonymous letter this week, and it's in regards to a tree that's on Edge Hill that has, apparently the people around it don't know who owns the tree, and people are putting their lawn refuge under the tree. So as I always do when I get these, I went out, took a picture of it, and it's accurate. It's all over the base and almost onto the street. So I wanted to report to whoever sent this letter, since I can't respond to them. Hopefully they're watching tonight. Immediately let Jason Counts know, our street department manager, and as soon as I sent the email to him, he responded back, yes, we know who it is. We know who the owner is. He doesn't actually live on Edge Hill. And they had already sent one letter out to him asking for him to clean that up. He did not respond, so he was going to send a second letter. And if he does not respond again, then the city will clean it up and they'll assess him for the cost of doing that. So wanted to appreciate the heads up on that, and city is taking care of that, so.
All right, very good. Mrs. Woodward?
Well, on the same note, I received 3 complaints just this week. Tall grass, it's not really grass, it's weeds. So even though it's not raining and the grass is not growing, the weeds are relentless. So those still have to be tamed down. It's what, a foot? That is what our ordinance states, so it can't be over a foot. It needs to be mowed. And also the third one was junk in the yard. So you can't just have garbage laying around. We have rodents that get in it, so be a good neighbor and clean your property up, so.
All right,
I have nothing to comment on at this time. Everything seems hunky-dory.
very good. I received a complaint, I guess you'd say, or inquiry regarding electric scooters. And what rules are in place to police the use of those? It seems like it's juveniles primarily, and lack of regard for traffic laws, that sort of thing. And they just want to know, are there rules in place? And if so, what are they? Do you have to be a certain age and that sort of thing?
Yes, 16 to 18, you're required to wear a helmet. Can't be on the sidewalk downtown, obviously. 16 or under 16 to 18 helmet, I believe. Over 18, you don't need to wear a helmet, but the same rules apply, traffic laws as a bicycle. And I think I'm missing something else off the top of my head, but Officer Brian Evans is back as a part-time, and he's our traffic car, and he researched all that, and he has actually, and we have made stops on it. So we are aware of it. We are addressing it if it needs to be addressed, and we'll keep
Yeah.
doing so. So
Very
know that
good.
it is being looked at, and we are paying attention to it. So
Very good. Thank you,
Yep.
Officer Klein.
I have a question for you. So you had said that they're not allowed on the sidewalk downtown. Are they allowed on the sidewalk other places?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Off
I
the
wanted to
top of my
clarify
head.
that.
I would have to. We have a little cheat sheet.
Sure.
We'll bring it with me next time, and we can go over this again.
Sorry to catch you off guard.
But I don't believe that they can. I believe it acts just as a bicycle. But yeah, from under 18, you have to have a helmet. I don't believe you can even ride one under 16, to be honest with you. So, but I will have that, and we can discuss that at the next meeting. But
Please.
we are paying attention to it, though. So.
And there could be a difference between a motorized scooter and a non-motorized scooter. So
So
a child doesn't mean a child's
Sure.
illegal if they're on
Yeah.
a little scooter that they're,
pushing.
Yes,
Yeah,
Right, I'm,
exactly.
I'm referring to the motorized
Yes.
ones.
And you consider electric motorized?
yes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, thank you, Officer Klein. We heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
And I think that
We heard it
that's
from our officers.
that's a compliment. But the trend is, I can picture more rather than less in the
Oh,
future.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, I thought it was a good question, and we wanted to address it, so thank you. Yeah. Mayor's comments. Move right there.
I don't have a lot. I would just remind everyone, our Mayor's Golf Classic is at Brookside Golf Course this coming Friday. That, of course, is an event that we created several years ago when the golf course's financials were a bit more unstable than they are today. It was a way to raise money to support Brookside Golf Course. And we have, I believe, 20-plus teams, and we'll have all sorts of different activities throughout the day. So the council's certainly invited to come out if you'd like to help us out or volunteer or participate. There's some wonderful prizes we're giving away because we have a very generous community that's supporting our golf course and supporting the work of the city of Ashland. We are one of the last remaining publicly owned golf courses. And if you recall, it wasn't long ago, the golf course was about $275,000 in the hole every year. And today it is, I'm not sure what the current number is so far this year, but we finished last year, if you recall, just under $100,000 worth of profit or revenue. And so it's had quite a turnaround. A lot of people have invested to make it happen. Also, I know there were some complaints tonight about cleanliness and about lawns and so on, but I will tell you the comments that I have heard so much of lately is a lot of folks returning to town because their class reunions are going on. And so that brings people here that grew up here that have been gone for maybe 10 or 20 years, and they're all back in town. And I have got notes. I've had people stop by the office, people stop me out on the street to tell me they just cannot believe the turnaround in Ashland. And so kudos to all the people of Ashland. And I will say, in spite of the fact we still have places we need to work on cleaning up, that is usually the lead comment. They said the city looks so clean. And of course, I know a lot of that is due to the mowing that we do at all the intersections and interchanges and entrances into the city. But the truth is, compared to many cities, our city is very clean. People keep their properties for the most part in good shape. You don't see trash blowing everywhere. Yes, you see trash occasionally, but you don't see it like you see it in some of the other areas. And that is very much related to the culture and the character of our people. Doesn't mean we don't have people that litter every now and then, but for the most part, we do care about our community and we're taking pride in it. Also, we have to say a thank you to Steve and Peggy Yoder for our pumpkin people, because they did add a few more figurines this year, and those are now installed thanks to our city parks and street department, and they look great downtown. And then finally, and I don't usually go through a long list of thanks, but I do want to say a thanks to Chris Hall, Rob McCrae, and Candy McCrae for planning the end of summer bash. That was the first time we've done that in downtown Ashland, and it involved the beard contest, it involved another car show, motorcycle show, and also just a number of other unique events. And believe it or not, it was quite a success. To be the first one, I think everyone was a little, had some trepidation of whether or not would people show, what would it be like? Well, let me tell you, if you didn't have a chance to see it, I came down 3 different times during the day just because I wanted to see how well it was doing. And we, of course, are known for our Dream Cruise-In, right? Well, I thought this will be maybe half the street will be full of cars. It was pretty much filled just like the Dream Cruise-In. Now, don't get me wrong, they have more cars because they have them on Claremont and they have them in Second Street and so on. But Main Street from Cottage or Claremont to Union, it was filled with activity. So maybe not the size of crowd just yet, but the participation was outstanding. So that may become a new Ashland tradition. And thank you to the police for being there and making sure that you had a presence.
It was fun. We talked to a bunch of people and everybody was having a good time.
Well, one of the elements that's kind of unique is because it's I don't know what you actually call them, bearders, but individuals that do compete in these contests all across the country. And so they're coming with long beards, crazy beards, all kinds of beards, and even the ladies. And in most instances, those probably aren't natural, but they are quite a spectacle. So it was kind of an added element that you were seeing on the street that you don't often see in downtown Ashland. So anyhow, thank you. And then finally, I would just ask for an executive session to discuss the possible sale of city property.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Unless council has any other items to address, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn to executive session for the possible sale of real estate.
Comments from the audience?
Yes, thank you. Are there any comments and questions from our audience this evening? Have a very limited audience this evening, so hearing none, is there such a motion to adjourn to executive?
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
thank you.
Lawson,
Aye.
Aye.
Kyle,
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all.